टैलेंट सब में होता है. आई थिंक इट्स योर लक ऑल्सो एंड आई बिलीव इन दैट. पहले मुझे क्रिकेटर बनना था, आर्मी में जाना था, फिर क्रिकेटर बनना था. देन माई मदर आस्क्ड मी, आई वाज इन क्लास 11, शी सेड अच्छा सुन मॉडलिंग करेगा. एंड दैट टाइम आई डिसाइड मैं हीरो बनूंगा. मेरे सारा जो एक्टिंग का जो फ्रस्ट्रेशन है वो अपने एक्टर्स पर निकालता हूँ क्योंकि मुझे हीरो ही बनना था.
फंडामेंटली
मैं अभी
हीरो
भी
बनने आए थे.
मैं अभी भी वही हूँ.
Amit, thank you so much for being here, for making the time. As you all heard, this is an artist who can tell stories in any size. 5,000 ads. This is the king of advertising right here. It's incredible. But also, Badai Ho. But also Maidan, which is going to come. But also the short film in Love Stories too. Uh, what I find fascinating, Amit, is that, of course, you made me cry in Badai Ho. Obviously, I cry quite easily in movies. What I admire about this artist is that he can make you cry in his ads. So I want to start, she mentioned the Google ad. I want to start with showing all of you this Google ad. Please, can we have it?
हेलो
यूसुफ अंकल
कौन?
जी, मैं सुमन बोल रही हूँ दिल्ली से, आपके बचपन के दोस्त बलदेव जी की पोती. याद है बचपन में आप दोनों झझरिया चुरा के खाते थे?
बचपन की तंग गली फिर से कूदे फांदे, छोटी छोटी मीठी चोरी गांठ लेके बांधे.
How lovely is that? I get teary every time I see it. Amit, tell me, you always said that ads is going to be your first love, no matter what else you make. Why?
First of all, thank you for having me over here, Anupama. Thanks for inviting me. My schooling happened with filmmaking. Schooling happened with advertising. I worked with Pradeep Sarkar. He's my god. He'll always be my god, my guru. So in Delhi, I met him and I started working with him when I was 18. So everything, all the learning came from there. That's why I always say advertising is my first love, then feature films.
You also talk about, and this is very interesting because yesterday Vikram Motwani was here and he talked about it also as falling in love. You also talked about ads being like a one-night stand and films being a marriage. Tell me about this love, this relationship that artists have with the material. And with ads, what happens? Is it like 2 weeks and you're done?
Ads is not actually just 2 weeks and you're done. There are certain films which, like this film, it took me 1 month. From writing to ideation to locations to, filming it, editing, music, everything. So certain ads are there which just take, like they are quick but yes, a lot of love goes in making ads. And especially the films which you really like, the script which you really like. Like this film has a long journey with me. So this script came to me and I said, this is beautiful, this is amazing. My grandmother used to tell me all the stories of partition because they came from Jhelum, Pakistan. And so I knew her stories and I tried to put it in the script. I got the script from O&M. Sukesh is the writer of the film. And after he told me the deadline of the film, that this film needs to release on the 14th of August at 11:58. They wanted to release the film. So I said, I will not make this film. So he said, why are you saying no? I said, because my schedule is going, and I can't make this film as in-between film, It needs a lot of time and a lot of love. So don't. I will not be able to do it. So then he went and spoke to the client and finally they agreed and they said that we will wait for this guy who made the film Walking on the Hands for Lifebuoy. We'll wait for him. We'll not release the film in July. So they released the film in September and October. So that's what goes in actually making the film and putting all the love and showing it to people, yeah.
What did you learn from Pradeep Sarkar? I think he was one of our finest ad filmmakers. He also made Parinita, which was so beautiful.
Yeah.
What were the lessons that you sort of learned? And that was your foundation. What are the things that he taught you?
Was a very difficult man to work with.
They all called him Dada, no?
Dada was very, very difficult and very loving at the same time, but he would not show his love openly on the face. Also, he was a Bengali, so he would not speak in Hindi or English. He would speak only in Bangla. So you learn the Bangla, so you can't fight them, you join them. That was the thing. And the kind of detailing advertising actually teaches you, and the kind of detailing I learned from him, which I use it in my features also. Detailing is the most important thing what you learn from
So,
advertising.
like what? Can you give us an example?
It's from the color of the walls to the color of costume, the uh, emotion, which is, imagine like you're shooting a scene which is a girl is sad. You would not put her in colorful clothes. So a lot of people don't understand this detailing. People don't understand the wall color, which is, so while I was shooting Badhai Ho, I told this art director, I said, I want the walls to be like पेंट पे पेंट चढ़ चढ़ के पेंट पे पेंट चढ़ चढ़ के जब वॉल खुरची जाती है तो उसके पीछे से दूसरा कलर निकल आता है बिकॉज इन गवर्नमेंट सर्वेंट्स होम्स दे डोंट हैव मनी टू पहले उसको स्क्रैप करेंगे फिर नया कलर डालेंगे सो दे कीप पुटिंग द सेम कलर सो देयर वॉल्स आर फ्रॉम द एजेस दे आर जस्ट राउंडेड द एजेस आर नॉट शार्प सो आई वाज टेलिंग दिस to the art director, and one of my ADs, he got it, and he told me after the release of the film that you said this. I said I want all the chadar from Panipat because printed चादरें होती हैं ऐसे घरों के अंदर. So these are the detailings what you actually learn from and crafting in terms of performances, emotion. If you can deliver emotion in 30 seconds to 1 minute, feature film is a playground then. You can actually do what you want to. So that's the detailing you actually learn from. If you have 2 seconds to show emotion, what would you attack? You would not go on a wide shot. You will go in a tight face close up and the eyes. You would understand that the emotion coming from there. So that's what you learn from. That's what I learned from my boss. And actually, learning is something you put in a open playground and said that now you learn on your own. I will not tell you anything. तुम्हें डांट पड़ेगी, तुम्हें गाली मिलेगी, तुम्हें
He used to give galis.
sometimes, but not to me. Yeah, but then he was a fantastic, amazing, detailed. He would make his storyboards and he would actually draw the prop in the storyboard, and he would say, I want this prop. So that kind of detailing you learn from advertising, from him. This is what kind of like detailing I learned from him.
So, Amit, tell us about I know all ads are different, but the general process, how does it work? Like, does a script come to you? How early do you plug in? What is the process of making an ad?
So generally, scripts comes from advertising agencies like O&M, Lowlentas, JWT. So I work with all these agencies, and then there is something called production house, which is what I own, called Chrome Pictures, and then there's client, which is HUL, say for example, or Pepsi or Coke. So the script is written by the agency, the creative of the agency. The ideation happens over there, and then it comes to the production house. So then it's up to you whether you say, yes, I will make this film, or no, I will not make this film, whether you like the script or you don't like the script. And if you like the script, what all you can add to the story idea. So, and I always believed in something which is called adding to the script. That's why they're coming to you. Otherwise, anybody can make that film. So there are many times where we have changed the script completely, and it has worked. So then the film is again ideation happens with the creative person in the agency, and the director together, and then it goes for making of the film if the budget allows.
You know, you've got the client at one end, you've got the agency, you've got the script coming from somebody else. How do you assert yourself as a directorial voice? Because obviously an ad like the one we just saw, you know there's an artist behind it. It's not कि किसी ने script उठा के छाप दी, right? How do you actually do that when you're working within such bound parameters?
I think I will say that they listen to me because you have worked so much that they have seen your work and they think that हाँ ये जो बोल रहा है सही बोल रहा है, इसको कर लेना चाहिए. But for the new directors, it takes time for becoming as in reaching there. It took me also some time to reach there and say that कि इसमें ये changes कर देते हैं. So advertising agency writer would say that तेरे को film बनाने के लिए दिया, film बनाना है यार, तू ये क्यों changes कर रहा है? It took me 6 months to get the film approved from the client. But then after working, putting your hard work and effort and your show reel, and people know that okay fine, if he's saying this is the value addition he's putting, so I think we should take it. And if they don't take it, I say I will not make the film.
But you're now in that position, Amit. In the beginning, you're saying कि you just kept pushing and pushing.
Yeah, so at that time, what I used to do is I used to give my ideas, and if they would not understand, then I would say, okay, fine, I've taken your shot, now let me take my own shot. And I would present 2 films to them.
So you show it.
I showed it. I proved it. There was a pressure from the creative and the client that they want a certain kind of film and it should be made and presented in a particular way. I said, okay, fine, no problem. I'll give you that. But see this also.
मेरा भी देख लो.
मेरा भी देख लो. और वो हर बारी वो ले लिया उन्होंने.
मेरा was always better.
Yes, मेरा was always better. So that's
a big lesson there, guys. I would take note of that. You know, I mean, the other thing that fascinates me is obviously the end goal of any commercial is to sell a product, right? Finally, you're not trying to, I don't know, elevate consciousness. You're like here कि यार मेरे को साबुन बेचना है, मेरे को toothpaste बेचना है. But your ads tell stories. You're not ever just settling for selling a product. I want us all to see the Facebook ad that Amit has made.
दीदी सच में छोटी पैगी दुकान.
मैं चल दिया, मैं बढ़ दिया, कुछ कर दिया,
ओ, एक मिनट, वो आधा किलो पनीर दे.
चल दिया.
दिल खोल के तो देखो, दुनिया खुल जाएगी.
So lovely, and I'm teary again. Why is it important to have emotions and a narrative when you're trying to sell a product?
I feel if your emotions gets connected with people, you don't have to sell the product after that. It is already sold. People remember this film as Pooja Didi, as Google Reunion.
She's a character.
She's the character. So I feel this is what I tell all my clients also, that I'm not making this film for you guys. I'm making this film for my own self. That if I'm happy and showing my films to people and saying that, okay, fine, see, this is what I made last, and this is what I like doing, I think that's what keeps me happy, keeps me going. That लास्ट क्या बनाया, अगर आप वो दिखाने लायक नहीं हैं तो उसमें मज़ा नहीं है. Then you're only making money and not good films. So that's what. And to my clients also, I said the same thing, that I'm not selling your product. You will ask me on what second days the product will come. I don't know that. I don't make storyboards. I don't write my shots. I don't read script. I listen to the script. मैं जब सुनता हूँ तो मुझको दिखता है. So even all my feature films also, I have not read the script even once. I've heard it. सो बधाइयों की मैंने नरेशन करीब 150 दफ़ा ली. And I go to the set once the script is by heart from here. Like I know the dialogues, I know where the so it's so that's the thing that you know make the film you make the film for yourself that you should be happy about. People will like it. If I can convince myself, then I can convince anyone. That's the thing.
बट ये जो यू डोंट रीड स्क्रिप्ट्स एक बार भी नहीं पढ़ते,
मैं नहीं पढ़ता.
डर नहीं लगता?
नहीं, मेरे को याद रहती है स्क्रिप्ट. एक बार मैं सुन लेता हूँ तो मुझको याद रहती है स्क्रिप्ट
फुली बाय हार्ट?
बाय हार्ट.
वाओ.
मैं शब्दों में खो जाता हूँ अगर मैं पढ़ता हूँ तो. सो
देन यू कांट विजुअलाइज एनीमोर.
I can only read it, then I'm only reading it. Then I'm not visualizing. But when I'm listening to it, because बचपन से मेरी दादी और मम्मी बहुत कहानियाँ सुनाती थी, तो वो सोने से पहले वाली कहानी होती थी ना, तो मैं सुनते सुनते वो विजुलाइज होता रहता था. तो वही आई थिंक दैट इज़ वॉट इज हेल्पिंग मी टिल नाउ.
Tell me about how these three formats, so you know this was practically a short film more than a commercial, but how does the commercial, the feature and the short film, I'm sure it's a different muscle for each, right? How does one format make you better for the other format? Meaning, if you learn how to tell a story in 3 minutes to sell a product, how does that help you to tell a better story when you're actually making a Badai Ho or a Maidan?
एड फिल्म्स का तो पता था बिकॉज आई वर्कड विद अ मैन हु लाइक माई करियर स्टार्टेड विद एडवर्टाइजिंग. सो एड फिल्म आई न्यू, बट फीचर आई डिड नॉट नो एट ऑल बिकॉज sometimes on a longer schedule of ad film if there's a repetition of things, then I used to start feeling that khatam hona yaar, abhi kya kar rahe hain, you know, same like today's the 4th day we're shooting. So when I was shooting my first film Tevar, I got scared that before the shoot that यहाँ पे मैं 5वें दिन में बोलता हूँ कुछ और शूट करते हैं. So then why, like what will happen? It's a 110-day schedule. What will happen? But the first schedule was 9 days. And those 9 days went how, I don't know, because then I realized that, you know, because every day I was shooting something new. Ad film is something you are shooting one scene. And there I was shooting many scenes. And every time the story was going forward. In Lust Stories also the same thing happened, like the story, most important thing is the script, which actually keeps you cued on and glued on, and you keep keep making the script better and better and better, and the excitement of shooting keeps growing and growing and growing. And when it comes to ads or a feature or a short film, when it comes to shooting of it, it's the same thing. There's no change. There's just no change. It's like when you're shooting an ad, you know that this ad will finish in 2 days. The same scene you're shooting for a feature film, you know that this scene will finish in 2 days. So shooting wise, there is no difference at all.
But would the fact that you can nail emotion in 3 minutes help you when you're finally telling longer stories? Because wo sur jo hai, the essence, you know how to grab it very well.
I think that came from the kind of family I come from, you know, the emotion and the humor also. Because I lived in a joint family in Delhi. बधाइयों का जो घर है वो मेरा ही घर है. वो दादी जो है वो मेरी दादी है. That mother is actually my mother, you know. Father is actually my father. So my grandmother would fight with my mother, but in the evening they would come. My mother would come back from office and she would have chai with her every day. So the humor actually came from there, because मैं वहाँ पे ऑडियंस की तरह बैठ जाता था जब लड़ाई हो रही होती थी कि ये क्या बात कर रहे हैं. From my childhood only. And that whole scene of Badhaio actually happened in my house, where grandmother takes her side.
Which is the most moving scene in that film. It's
Yeah.
just fantastic.
So this actually happened where So it was a joint family we used to live in, my grandmother's house. And she said, before I just want to just distribute all the. So everybody said, okay, fine. My grandmother sold off that house and we shifted to some other place. And when it was asked, where do you want to live? She said, I will live with the eldest son. And because his wife and my grandmother they were very thick with each other. After a month, my grandmom called for a SOS meeting and she said, everybody should come to this house at 8 p.m. And there everybody reached, all three brothers, wives, kids, everybody. And there she said that in this 1 month I've understood what you are, Varsha, for me, my mother's name, what you are for me, and what the whole reality is. And my mother was like, and she's like, the way you took care of me, nobody can. And she was crying, she was howling, and she said, you're my daughter. This actually happened. So I think all those things what you have seen in your childhood. So while shooting or directing a scene, I always put myself in that situation that how will I react? Because I'm quite emotional. My mother would call me emotional fool sometimes. She said, "इतना emotional मत हो बेटा life में, लोग पागल बना देंगे तेरे को." So I think that's
where
what
it comes
helps.
from.
That's where it comes from. It's all reality.
Yeah. I have also seen videos of you directing actors where you're acting and you're a very good actor yourself, right? And you're enacting scenes. I've heard mixed reports on this method because some directors say that it's, it kind of curtails the actor because they start to then mimic what the director has just done. But you've achieved remarkable results. I mean, the performances are so good in your ads, in your films. How do you do it?
क्योंकि मुझे हीरो ही बनना था.
Fundamentally,
मैं अभी
हीरो बनने आए थे.
मैं अभी भी वही हूँ. मैं अभी भी अपने दिमाग में तो मैं हीरो ही हूँ. तो मेरे सारा जो एक्टिंग का जो फ्रस्ट्रेशन है वो अपने एक्टर्स पर निकालता हूँ. So yeah, from childhood I used to do theatre in Delhi. And in class 11 my mother asked me, पहले मुझे क्रिकेटर बनना था, आर्मी में जाना था, फिर क्रिकेटर बनना था. Then my mother asked me, I was in class 11, she said, अच्छा सुन मॉडलिंग करेगा. And that time I decided मैं हीरो बनूंगा. So journey started like that. I met Pradeep da as an actor. So
You've done a few ads.
I've done some 17 ad films as main character. I just have one. The first one I did. Rest, it's all in tapes somewhere. I don't know where it is. So I tell my actors that, this is the scene and this is the character. I don't show it to them first. मैं पहले नहीं करके दिखाता हूँ. I always tell them that this is the character, this is the scene. If I'm shooting a film and I'm shooting scene number 32, so I don't tell them scene number 32. I start from scene number 25. The narration starts from scene number 25 and goes up to scene number 36. Because actors, they are shooting many films at the same time. You have to get them back into the character. If it is not a one-go film, if there are many schedules, then you have to do that. But director is living with that film, with that character all the time. So that's what, it's, I go and tell them that this is what the character is, this is what the scene is. Now you play your part. If I don't like it, then I'll come and show it to you. So recently I was shooting one ad with Ayushman. He said, "पाजी आप ही करके बता दो, फिर बाद में आपने तो लेना नहीं है जो मैं करूँगा तो आप ही करके बता दो." With Gajraj Rao also, on the second day of shoot, I got a little scared because, and it was all going good, like Badhai Ho. Everybody was laughing on set. Everybody was laughing on set. And because everybody was laughing, I got a little scared. So I went back. I straight away went to the Gurdwara. I just went and sat over there. I said, there is something going wrong. I don't know what it is. Just take care of that. In the morning when I woke up, before going to the set, I knew what was wrong. So I went to the vanity, to Gajraj Rao's vanity. I said, मैं जहाँ आपका हाथ पकड़ूंगा ना, रुक जाना. Because he's a theater actor. In feature films, what happens is that a scene is written for a particular character. But if the other character is eating up that scene, when you see the final scene, final edit, the film will be disjointed.
वो balance खराब हो
Balance खराब हो जाएगा. If it is the sun scene, it has to go with the sun because you have done so much research, you have written the script. So what he was doing is he was putting extra dialogues everywhere. End of the scene, we were laughing that what he added was amazing. But then I said, ये तो scene गड़बड़ा गया है. So he said, क्या करना है? I said, रुकना है. जहाँ मैं रोकूंगा रुक जाना है. So that's how performance really helps you. As an actor, when you think like an actor, it really helps me as a director to take the thing forward and make it a final film. Yeah.
And that love story between Gajraj and Neena Gupta was just the love story of the year. It was so beautiful. There's many aspiring storytellers here. Amit, it's a tough terrain here. There's not enough platforms, there's no theaters. What is your advice on how do you just keep pushing?
I can only say because I also did not know when what I actually wanted to do. For about 3 years, 3 साल तक I worked with Pradeep Sarkar, and I did not know that I'm an AD. Somebody told me, Jaydeep Sani, the Chakde writer, he told me that, अरे तुम्हारा काम है ना तो तुम करोगे ना, तुम AD हो. So I said, what did you say? Can you just repeat? He said, तुम्हारा काम है तुम करोगे. नहीं. I said, what designation you? He said, AD हो ना तुम. I said, मैं AD हूँ? I did not know. For 3 years, I did not know whether I'm an AD, I'm production, who am I? Because I was doing everything. So the best thing is keep doing, keep making stuff. Just keep making short films, keep writing short films. Actually, today you don't even need much, like बहुत सारा पैसा भी नहीं चाहिए short film बनाने के लिए. You have your editing, tools on your laptops. You have your phones, you can shoot films from there. And you keep making those films, and every time you will see that कुछ नया हुआ है उसके अंदर. And once you feel that हाँ मैं यहाँ पर I can do something, then the actual struggle starts. Come to Bombay. And the actual struggle will start. But before coming to Bombay, you should know that हाँ I know this much. But that knowing this much always should not be over here, like सर पे चढ़ गया. It should be always, I don't know anything, I want to learn every day new things and keep learning new things. That's the way to go about it. Cinema halls not being over here, that we really should work, speak to the government and get one cinema hall over here. That we should do it. And for that, if you need any help from my side, Anupama, please, let's do it.
So
Cinema
lovely.
halls
Thank you.
is very, very important.
Thank you. Guys, we'll open it up, but before that, I want you all to see the Maidan teaser. Can we please show that? That is Amit's third film. It's upcoming.
आपका स्वागत करते हैं हेलसिंकी ओलंपिक स्टेडियम से। लगातार चलती बारिश के कारण आज मैदान पानी की चादर से ढक चुका है। आपको बता दें कि आज भारत की टीम भिड़ेगी अनुभवी युगोस्लाविया की टीम से। भारत एक युवा देश जो अपनी आजादी के 5वें साल में दूसरी बार ओलंपिक्स में फुटबॉल खेल के लिए क्वालिफाई हुआ है। भारतीय खिलाड़ियों के लिए चुनौतीपूर्ण होगा इस मैदान में नंगे पांव खेलना।
आज मैदान में उतरना 11, लेकिन दिखना 1।
Don't go by the date. Don't go by the date. It will release soon.
We can't wait. We can't wait. Okay, folks, who has questions? There's one right here in the front row.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
My name is Abbas, and I'm a local small filmmaker. So my question with you is like, how is the transition from being an actor in the ad film in the beginning and then to the director? So what makes you make movie then be in the movie as an actor? Thank you.
जो मेरे साथ हुआ था वो मैं वही बता सकता हूँ. तो जब मैंने पहली एड फिल्म करी तो मैं पहली दफ़ा शूटिंग देख रहा था. मैं दिल्ली से हूँ तो ज़्यादा वहाँ पे भी अब थोड़ा है, लोग जानते हैं फिल्म्स के बारे में, उस समय नहीं जानते थे शूटिंग क्या होती है, वो सब चीज़ें. सो जब मैं वो अटेंड कर रहा था शूट या काम कर रहा था उस एड में, तो शूट ख़त्म, 2 घंटे में शूट ख़त्म हो गया मेरा. एंड आई जस्ट वेंट टू द डायरेक्टर. आई सेड, दादा, मैंने कहा, सर कैन आई, आपका 2 दिन और शूट है यहाँ पे, कैन आई बी हियर, बिकॉज आई नेवर सीन अ शूट. आई थिंक वो 2 दिन के अंदर मेरा थोड़ा दिमाग बदल गया, क्योंकि जो वो काम कर रहे थे तो मैंने बोला मेन तो ये काम ये है, ये सब कुछ बना रहे हैं. और वो 2 दिन ख़त्म होने के बाद मैंने उनको बोला कि आई वांट टू वर्क विद यू, एंड आई वाज स्टिल इन स्कूल. So my good luck that I was in touch with him even after my school. And one day he called me and he said, I've started a company, so why don't you come and join? I was just a runner over there. Did not know anything about it. I had not studied film or anything. So he said, जब भी कोई नया project आएगा, I will call you, come and work on the film. I said, नया project आएगा मतलब क्या? मैं आ जाता हूँ कल से, जब नया project आएगा तो मैं यहीं होऊंगा. So that's how it happened. So, and I still wanted to be an actor. When I was working with him, he gave me the chance. और मेरा मेन मकसद ये था कि मैं साथ में रहूँगा तो मुझे एक्टिंग करने को मिलता रहेगा, जो कि हो रहा था. But then one day somebody told me, my partner Alia, she's my partner in Chrome Pictures. So she said, she had just joined. After 6 months, she said, I think you can be a good director, Amit. So I said, I can be a good director? Abhi मैं director बनूंगा. So I think it's just the push what you need, and finally you have to decide what you want to do and reach there. But once I decided to become director, I did not think of acting. I did not, because then I was focused on one thing, and all my focus went over there. That's how the transition happened.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, sir. Firstly, thank you for being my inspiration. I'm doing TV commercials here in Ladakh, sir.
आप थोड़ा ऊंचा बोलो.
Okay, sir. एडवर्टाइजमेंट जो है 2 टाइप का होता है सर. एक तो विद स्टोरी, एक तो होता है एक एक्टर, फेमस एक्टर लेते हैं और एडवर्टाइज करते हैं. 90% जो है एक एक्टर लेके करता है सर, ऑलमोस्ट. कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है सर ये स्टोरी होना चाहिए एड में, वो कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है सर? दूसरा क्वेश्चन, आपको पहला प्रोजेक्ट कैसे मिला था सर एज अ डायरेक्टर, एडवर्टाइजमेंट प्रोजेक्ट?
सो स्टोरी ब्रांड पे डिपेंड करता है कि आपको स्टाइल वाली फिल्म चाहिए या स्टोरी वाली फिल्म चाहिए, इमोशन वाली फिल्म चाहिए या अच्छे गुड लुकिंग शॉट्स वाली फिल्म चाहिए. वो ब्रांड पे डिपेंड करता है, उनके रिक्वायरमेंट पे डिपेंड करता है. वो हमारे हाथ में नहीं है. वो एक ब्रांड जो एजेंसी हैंडल करती है, कि अगर हमको गूगल का एक ऐड बनाना है तो मुझे गूगल के क्लाइंट ने बोला कि इसमें और भी काफ़ी सारे सर्च थे जो निकाल दिए हमने. तो मैंने बोला, तो किसी ने बोला कि ये तो क्लाइंट सर्विसिंग ने बोला ये तो ब्रांड में आएगा, ब्रांड को ज़रूरत है इस चीज़ की. सो क्लाइंट सेड कि मेरे ब्रांड को एडवर्टाइजिंग की ज़रूरत नहीं है, वो गूगल है, तो इसमें से बहुत सारे सर्च निकाल दो. ऐसा भी होता है, और ऐसा भी होता है जहाँ पे आप शुरू से लेकर आखिरी तक ब्रांड की ही बात करते हो. तो डिपेंड करता है कि आपका हाउ अंडरस्टैंडिंग द क्लाइंट इज, हाउ बोल्ड द क्लाइंट इज, who wants to make a emotional story, whether brand needs a emotional story or a style film. So वो आपके हाथ में नहीं है, वो पहले ही डिसाइड हो जाता है. डिसाइड आपको ये करना है कि आप वो बनाना चाहते हो कि नहीं बनाना चाहते हो, वैसा है। हाँ, फर्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट, उसमें बहुत जद्दोजहद लगती है यार। उसमें बहुत आई थिंक इट्स टैलेंट सब में होता है। आई थिंक इट्स योर लक ऑल्सो, एंड आई बिलीव इन दैट। ऐसा नहीं है कि लोगों में ज़्यादा टैलेंट, कम टैलेंट है तो इसलिए वो वहाँ नहीं पहुँच पा रहे हैं। होता है ऐसा कि आपको टैलेंट, आप में है टैलेंट लेकिन फिर भी नहीं पहुँच पा रहे। आई थिंक इट्स यू हैव टू बी एट द राइट टाइम एट द राइट प्लेस। I was so persistent, I was so pushy when we started our own company that I would wake up and I would take out the diary in which लोगों के नंबर और उनको कॉल करना, और शुरू हो जाता था मैं। और वो बोलते थे 1 हफ्ते के बाद मिलेंगे, तो आई यूज्ड टू राइट 1 हफ्ते के बाद में इसकी मीटिंग है।
नहीं, what would you say कि I can make an ad, आप मुझे दीजिए? Like
हाँ,
that.
so because we worked with Pradeep da, we knew all the advertising biggies. But we were not biggie at that time. So we went and showed those 10-second of promo films to Prasun Joshi, who's still a chairman of McCann, Piyush Pandey. We knew all of these people, but we did not know the lower rank people, जहाँ से जिनसे हमको वो scripts मिलेंगी. So हाँ, जाके यही बोलना कि I can make your film, don't worry, just give me this. आप भूल जाएं उसके बाद में. I will try and do the best. Not try, I will do the best. So वैसे करते करते किसी को किसी पे, मतलब किसी ने विश्वास किया और वो हैड दे दिया एंड दे लाइक्ड इट, और फिर ऐसे ही धीरे धीरे करके शुरू हुआ। फर्स्ट ब्रेक थ्रू, आई विल से दैट द फर्स्ट ब्रेक थ्रू एड फॉर क्रोम फॉर अस वॉज वन फिल्म फॉर हेन्स अंडरगारमेंट्स, इन विच एक सुहाग रात में एक की कहानी है। और वो फिल्म हमको एजेंसी से डायरेक्टली नहीं आई थी। वो क्या हुआ दैट हमको एक पैचवर्क मिला कि एक तुम इस फिल्म पे एडी थे तो पैचवर्क करोगे, हम तुमको इतना पैसा देंगे। हाँ हाँ, क्यों नहीं करेंगे, दे दो। तो लेकिन आई कॉल्ड क्रिएटिव फ्रेंड ऑफ आवर्स, आई सेड हमारे पास एक दिन है, 6 घंटे हैं, एक शिफ्ट के अंदर 2 घंटे शूटिंग में जाएंगे, 6 घंटे बचे हैं, तो कोई ऐसी स्क्रिप्ट लिख दो हम फ्री में बना देंगे। और वो फ्री में बनाई और उसको ढेर सारे अवार्ड्स मिल गए, और क्लाइंट ने रिलीज़ भी कर दी वो फिल्म। रिलीज़ करने के बाद में उसने हमारे को प्रोडक्शन का पैसा भी दे दिया, एंड दैट फिल्म गॉट लॉट ऑफ इंटरनेशनल अवार्ड्स। आई थिंक दैट वाज द वन विच गॉट अस लॉट ऑफ वर्क, एंड देन देयर वाज नो लुकिंग बैक।
बट द पहली फिल्म यू मेड अपनी तरफ से ऑलमोस्ट,
यस,
है ना? क्योंकि they didn't commission it, they just commissioned patchwork.
यस। सो जो भी हम पैसा छोटा छोटा सा काम करके कमा रहे थे वो हमने इसमें डाल दिया, और एक हेल्पेज के लिए फिल्म भी बनाई। वो फिल्म बनाने के बाद में हमने हेल्पेज को बोला कि हम आपको ये फिल्म देते हैं, आप इसको अपना नाम दे दीजिए। आई थिंक देयर वर 3-4 फिल्म्स विच वर फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, एंड आई थिंक दैट पीपल लाइक्ड। अदरवाइज जितने भी कमिशनड प्रोजेक्ट्स थे, दे वर ओनली 10 सेकेंडर्स, 15 सेकेंडर्स, जस्ट ब्रांड, इसके साथ में ये फ्री, उसके साथ में वो फ्री, वैसी फिल्म्स थी।
Thank you, Amit. Thank you so much, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.